Fish and Chip Friday. I've got 7 in the house. I've already got 4 likes. Hey, top people. And Roger's in first, so he's a top man. Well done. So today we've got a horrible question, especially for me. But anyway, before we get on to the question, it's 23 today in the shade. And of course, obviously now the days are getting shorter. I have to take Bonnie out at 5 now. Because by 6 it's getting dark. So yeah, can't believe people like Cheryl are still going in the swimming pool. Nutcases. Because if it's 23, I think that pool is probably about 19, if that. Anyway, let's get on with the question. Let's turn it around as well. We've got 6 in the house. Okay. We're talking about tax. So anyway, we're going back to Robert's questions, and today he is saying, how do you get on with taxation? Bloody awful, mate. For example, do you still have to pay tax in the UK on your pensions income? Now I know what he's on about. He's on about my private pensions, or do you just pay tax in Spain? Right. The simple question is, if you live in Spain, you have to pay tax in Spain. You don't pay tax in the UK, you pay tax in Spain. Now, obviously, if you've got a holiday home here, or you live in there for 90 days, you don't have to pay tax in Spain. There is an agreement between Spain and the UK, but if you're living in Spain, you have to pay tax. I don't care what people say. I've met a few people who are convinced that they can pay tax in the UK. If they pay tax in the UK, they don't have to pay tax in Spain. That's not the case. Whoever's telling you that is wrong. And I know some people I've spoken to have been told by their English solicitors, or whoever it is that's dealing with them, no, you can pay it in the UK. You guys, if you get caught, and they're good at it here in Spain, you're going to get hammered. And they don't mess about here in Spain. They just embargo your bank account. Yeah, unfortunately, I have to pay tax. I'm not happy about it, but then, you know, that's the way it goes, unfortunately. And I think it's something worth thinking about. If you're moving to Spain, guys, and you've got private pensions, maybe it's a good idea to speak to some sort of money management person, or somebody who actually deals in taxation, and probably give you some fair idea what probably tax you're going to pay. Because when you do pay tax, can be a bit of a shocker. It was a bit of a shocker for me. I mean, obviously, it's a bit of a private subject. I'm not going to tell you how much tax I'm paying, but I pay enough. And this year, now when you pay your Spanish tax, you can pay it all you can pay it all at once, or you can split the payment. So that's what I used to do. I used to split it in 2 payments, one part of the year and obviously the other. Which, to be quite honest, that wasn't too bad. But this year I thought, my accountant said I could do it in 3 payments. So I thought, oh, okay, not realising I should have asked a little bit more on that subject. So I thought, okay, I'll do it in 3 payments. Doing it in 3 payments, you have to pay a charge on it, an extra tax. I just couldn't believe it. And it's month after month. In 3 months, I have to pay so much money a month. So next year, I'm going back to the 2 payments. At least with the 2 payments, I don't pay no extra. But yeah, but I have met people who are quite convinced that they don't have to pay tax, even though they live here in Spain. Guys, you do. I mean, you know, I have told people, and they still don't believe it. No, because I pay tax in the UK. No, you pay tax wherever you're living. I don't know what about other countries, but here in Spain, that's the deal. You pay your tax. Obviously, if you just got your state pension, then you won't have to pay any tax, guys, because it's obviously, I don't know the threshold of all this. Obviously in Spain the threshold is lower, so anything extra, like in the UK, I probably wouldn't be paying any tax at all if I was still living in the UK. But because I'm living in Spain and the threshold's lower, I don't know the threshold of it. My account, we had a good talk this year with my accountant. I didn't really understand it before because they were very vague when they come to figures. But this year, he explained it to me a lot better. I understood. I have to pay my taxes. And there's a big one there. But yeah, I mean, obviously, in some countries, the tax is probably a lot worse. But as a pensioner, you don't want to pay. I mean, to me, I can't believe I thought when you're a pensioner, that's it. No, no, no. Even when you peg it, they're still going to clam you on something. So yeah, good question, Robert. One I would love to say, don't pay any tax, but unfortunately I do pay tax. But thankfully, I don't pay any UK tax. And I know some people that have obviously moved, and they've obviously they're starting to pay, they've got their pension, and they were still paying UK tax. Guys, at the end of the day, it's up to you to inform the local tax office in the UK that you've moved to Spain. They don't know where you are sometimes. Sometimes they do, and sometimes you have to remind you. And I'm right in thinking, later on in life, when you get in your 80s, I think they send you a reminder so you don't make sure you're still alive, so they're checking out your pension thing. So yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. Taxation is not a favourite subject with me, but you have to pay it, because if you don't pay it, they just clobber you for it, and they're not like the UK. They can give you time. They just do it. They just embargo your account. It comes straight out, and then you've got to spend another fortune to try and get your money back if possible. That hasn't happened to me, thankfully, because I pay my tax. But I know some other people who try to fiddle it. It didn't work. But anyway, good question. Good question to finish off on a Friday, because it's Fish and Chip Friday. Today, possible we might get fish and chips, but then we might not. Anyway, how are we doing? We got 31 in the house. We got 20 likes, so the like button's a bit iffy. Let's whack up the like button a little bit. Tomorrow, let's have a look what we got tomorrow. I'm still going through Robert's questions at the moment. Have we got any other jobs? Oh, still got loads, so don't worry, guys. Yeah, so there'll be another question tomorrow, and obviously don't forget it's the weekend. I was about to say Fish and Chip weekend then. Free sticker Sundays on Sunday, obviously, so don't forget that. But yeah, that's it. I want to say adios, amigos. I'll catch you tomorrow. Let's just whack it round so you can see that lovely weather, lovely blue sky there. But it is definitely getting cooler, and we did put the heating on last night. Adios, amigos.